Hello guys, my name is Larry and welcome to the channel today. Today's topic, how the VA will rate mental health based on the change to VA disability. In other words, the Veterans Affairs is going to be changing how they rate mental disability, and it's quite a big change. So you may want to watch this video and dig into it a little bit more deeper. Now let me also start out with a disclaimer. We're not an attorney, we're not a doctor, we're not a lawyer, we're not anything even close to being one of those. So the information you get today is just information that we found possibly on another website, which is called the Federal Register, and that is actually pretty important information there. And so keep in mind, this is not legal advice. This is some stuff that we just want to pass along to you that we see, that we use ourselves as a disabled veteran to help get the claims that we deserve or file the claims that we need. So again, just advice, not professional. Personal. In summary, the Department of Veterans Affairs proposes to amend a portion of the rating schedule dealing with mental disorders, including revising the general rating formula for mental disorders and combining current separate general rating formula for mental disorders with the general rating formula for eating disorders in the VA schedule for rating disability, VASRD, or rating schedule. That's what it actually is. The proposed rule reflects changes made by the American Psychiatric Association's Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, Disorders 5, in parentheses DSM-5, advances in medical knowledge and recommendations from VA Mental Disorders Work Group. The general rating formula for mental disorders that they're going to be changing to contains 5 domains related to function, cognition, interpersonal interactions and relationships, task completion and life activities, and navigating environments and self-care. The criteria below, and I'm going to show that to you shortly, below describes each domain. The general rating formula for mental disorders provides criteria for each domain for levels of function ranging from 0 to 4 as appropriate. The highest level of impairment, a score of 4, signifies total, and the lowest level of impairment, a score of 0, signifies no difficulties. Evaluate based on the level of impairment in each domain and the number of affected domains as follows. Level 4 in 1 or more domains, or level 3 in 2 or more domains, is 100%. Level 3 in 1 domain, or level 2 in 2 domains or more, are 70%. Level 2 in 1 domain is 50%. Level 1 in 2 or more domains is 30%. And minimum rating, is 10%. Now, let me see if I can get my camera turned around here. I'm going to show you what I have on the screen in front of me to help you better understand this and make it quite a bit easier. And, if you got any questions after you see the video here, make sure you go down in the comment section down below, post your comments, like, negative, hit the like, thumbs up button. That way this video will get out there and help veterans that are looking for such a thing like this. I wish I could have found it 3, 4, 5 weeks ago when I filed my claim, but I didn't do a lot of research, and I'm trying to put this information out there to help you understand how you're going to get paid for the claim if you're filing anything under mental disorders. So stick with me, watch the rest of the video. The more you watch this, the further it gets out there to other veterans and people that want to see it. And without your help, it just sits here in limbo, goes nowhere, so it's not going to help anybody. And I realize I'm not the big dog out there in YouTube land. I'm just a little old guy out here in the corner of his old shop trying to put a video together, trying to help you. And I am one of the veterans out here that's going to help you. I don't charge for any advice or any information I'm passing out here like some of these companies that ring the bell and charge $5,000 to $15,000. I'm just a veteran going through the process. So what I'm passing on, hopefully you can use. Now let me get the camera turned around and I'm going to show you what I'm seeing. All right, now the section you see right here is what I just read out to you. This is the level 4, level 3, level 2, level 1, and the minimum rating is right below that there. Now here we go. They call these domains. You've got cognition, which is right there. Number 2, interpersonal interactions, right there. And it goes on down the line. All right, let's start with the first one. Cognition may include, but is not limited to, memory, concentration, attention, goal setting, speed of processing information, planning, organizing, prioritizing, problem solving, judgment, make decisions, or flexibility in adapting when appropriate. Now then you go down in that same domain under number 1, cognition, you're going to see 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, each one of them is different. None, 0, no difficulties, cognitive. Let me kind of highlight that. There you go. No difficulties, cognitive functioning intact. So you get 0 for that. Now then, if you go down to the second one, which is a 1, mild impairment at any frequency or moderate impairment that occurs less than 25% of the time. That would give you a 1. Slight difficulties in one or more aspects of cognitive function that do not interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. All right. Then we go down, here's number 2. And the criteria is moderate, clinically significant difficulties in one or more aspects of cognitive function that interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. Now, the key word here is clinically significant. Okay? That means it has to be determined by your doctor, psychiatrist, whoever's treating you, and it is in your records. So that defines that basically in what I understand. So number 2 is that one. It's moderate impairment that occurs 25% or more of the time, or severe impairment that occurs less than 25% of the time. Now let's move on to number 3. Severe impairment that occurs 25% or more of the time, or total impairment that occurs less than 25% of the time. Okay, and the criteria that needs to meet that: severe, serious difficulties in one or more aspects of cognitive functioning that interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. And then we'll go down to the highest one, number 4. Total impairment that occurs 25% or more of the time. And the criteria to meet that is here. Total profound difficulties in one or more aspects of cognitive functioning that cannot be managed or remediated. Incapable of even the most basic task within one or more aspects of cognitive functioning, difficulties that are completely interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. Okay, that is the first domain. That is cognition. Now let's move on to the second one. Right there. Hopefully I got it on the screen where you see it. Interpersonal interactions and relationships include both informal, social, associational, etc., and informal co-workers, supervisors, etc. A 0 means none. You get 0. No difficulties, and we go to the criteria. There. No difficulties, individual able to have relationships and interact with others at work, school, and other contexts. Pretty normal life, in other words. Now then we'll go down to a 1. Mild, slightly difficulties in one or more aspects of interpersonal functioning that do not interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. That is a 1. That's right here. Now let's move on to number 2. If you get a number 2 in this domain, it's moderate impairment that occurs 25% or more of the time, or severe impairment that occurs less than 25% of the time. The criteria is here. Moderate, clinically significant difficulties, sorry about that folks, in one or more aspects of interpersonal functioning that interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. If you got a mental disorder, most likely you're going to fall somewhere in that category. Alright, now let's go down here to 3. Severe impairment that occurs 25% or more of the time, or total impairment that occurs less than 25% of the time. The criteria: severe, serious difficulties in one or more aspects of interpersonal functioning that interfere with tasks, activities, relationships, even when with accommodations or assistance. So it's kind of breaking it down into sections that are different than the original findings or quota criteria. Now let's go to 4. Total impairment that occurs 25% or more of the time. Guys, you got to be really, really sick to fit in that one right there, I believe. Profound difficulties in one or more aspects of interpersonal function that cannot be managed or remediated. Incapable of even the most basic tasks within one or more aspects of relationships. Difficulties that completely, there's the key word, completely interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. Now, man, that there is just, I don't see how anybody can get that unless you're just in a wheelchair and you can't think. I mean, that's crazy. Okay, now we go down to the number 3, task completion and life activities. That is another domain. May include, but, let me highlight it here. May include, but are not limited to, the following types of activities: vocational, educational, domestic, social, or caregiving. Let's look at it. A 0, no difficulties. Individual able to perform tasks and participate in life activities, needs no accommodations or assistance. Let's go to number 1. I'm going to read out the criteria. You can look to the left and you can see what the actual levels of impairment are. Mild, slight difficulties in one or more aspects of task completions or life activities that were completed with minor stress or minor accommodations. Moving on to number 2. I'm going to read the criteria. Impairments on the left. Moderate, clinically significant difficulties in one or more aspects of task completion or life activities that were completed with significant stress or accommodations. Now, I think I could fit in that one right there. I have a lot of issues, but I'll do the best I can. We'll move on to 3. Severe impairment that occurs 25% or more of the time, or total impairment that occurs less than 25% of the time. The criteria: serious difficulties in 2 or more aspects of task completion or life activities that were completed with significant stress and accommodation. And the last one, to get a 4, total impairment that occurs 25% or more of the time. Let's read out the criteria: profound difficulties in 2 or more aspects of task completion or life activities, one of which must be vocational. There's a key word. That were not completed even with considerable accommodations due to overwhelming stress. Incapable even of, oh God, folks, you see why I need mental help, right? Incapable of even the most basic task within one or more aspects of task completion or life activities. Okay, now we're going to domain 4. Navigating environments may include, let me get the down where you see it. Hot dog, I jumped ahead of myself. I will read it right here. Navigating environments may include, but is not limited to, the following: leaving the home, being in a confined or crowded space, independently moving the surroundings, navigating new environments, driving or using public transportation. 0, I'm going to read the criteria. Let's go down a little bit. No difficulties, capability to navigate environment intact. Pretty simple. Okay, number 1. Mild, slight difficulties in one or more aspects of navigating environments that do not interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. That's a 1. Excuse me, folks. And then we're going to go down here to number 3. You can read the level of impairment right here. I'll read out the criteria: moderate, clinically significant difficulties in one or more aspects of navigating environments that interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. Pretty clean cut. Number 3. Severe, serious difficulties in one or more areas of navigating environments that interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships, even with accommodations or assistance. That is the criteria for 3 points. Then we're going to go to the 4 point. Total impairment that occurs 25% or more of the time. Here it is. Total profound difficulties in one or more aspects. Well, I have a hard time with that word. Of navigating environments that cannot be managed or remediated. Incapable of even the most basic tasks within one or more aspects of environmental navigation. Difficulties that completely interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. Okay, now we're going to jump right down here to number 5, which is this one right here. Self-care may include, but is not limited to, the following types of activities: hygiene, dressing appropriately, or taking nourishment. 0, no difficulty, self-care capabilities intact. 1 point is mild, slight difficulties in one or more aspects of self-care that do not interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships. And number 2, the 2 points, is moderate, clinically significant difficulties in one or more aspects of self-care that interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships without accommodations or assistance. Now, a lot of mental patients will fit in that one. And then we'll go to 3 points. Severe, serious difficulties in one or more aspects of self-care that interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships, even with accommodations or assistance. And the last one is right there. Total, profound difficulties in one or more aspects of self-care that cannot be managed or remediated. Difficulties that completely interfere with tasks, activities, or relationships, even with accommodations or assistance. All right, now to better understand this or help you more clearly understand this, let's say we're going to go start with domain 5, which is right here. And let's look down the chart. And let's say we've got a 2 here. Okay, so we got a 2 there. And then we're going to go up here to the next domain, which is navigating environments. And let's say we've got a 2 here. So that's 2 and 2. That's 4 points. Now let's keep on going down here to task completion. Right here. And let's say we got a 1, a mild impairment. We're going to put a 1 down. So that gives us 5 points. Now we're going to go to the second domain, which is interpersonal interactions and relationships. And let's say we got a 1 there. So that gives us a total of 6. And then we're going to jump down here to cognition and see where you fit in there. And let's say we got a 1 there. Okay, so that gives us a total of 7 points. Now if you go back up here to this criteria right here, just make sure I get everything on the screen. Level 4, in other words, if you get 4 points in 1 or more domains, or level 3 in 2 or more domains, you get 100%. So we had a 7, we had 2 2s. So if you get a level 2 and level 3 in 1 domain, or level 2 in 2 domains, which we did have a level 2 in 2 domains, that's going to put you at about 70% right off the bat. So it may be a little difficult to understand, but if you get in there and play with these charts, you'll see more about how it works and how easy it is. My personal opinion of it, I think it's really better for the veterans that are suffering from mental disabilities with this criteria and the way they're going to rate it. Now there might be a few negative things about it, but myself, I think it will help a lot of disabled veterans, or anybody with a mental disorder that's trying to get a rating like this, qualify for at least, the 30%. I know a lot of veterans that will fit in there pretty easy, between 50 and 70% with this evaluation, or this new setup they've got set up for diagnosing you and giving you a rating for your mental disorders. Now guys, I hope that we shared some information here that's valuable to you. Well, I hope that I shared some information that you might find valuable. Like I said, I'm just a veteran out here in this old big world trying to survive with these disability claims, and trying to get what I think I've fairly worked for in my lifetime as a veteran. And this information will not get out there, like I stated in the earlier part of the video, unless you help us share this thing. Hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up, leave us comments down in the comment section down below. Share it with your buddies, your friends, and everybody else out there. Again, this video may not be for everybody, but the best I can do in my old age. I'm not one of these companies that's going to send you to somebody to help you. Well, watch our video. We're going to send you to get a Nexus letter. We're going to give you an attorney to link up with, and we're going to charge you $5,000 to $15,000. No, we're not one of those. We're just a veteran trying to help a veteran. And if I can answer any questions, feel free to post them down below. If I don't know the answer, I'll look it up. And if I can't give you a good answer, I'll tell you I can't help you. So don't get mad at me. Again, guys, thumbs up, like, subscribe. See you in the next video.